Доброе утро, всем привет, добро пожаловать на мой канал. Welcome to my channel. Как дела у вас сегодня? Я немножко простыла, I'm a little bit sick, потому что в субботу я рано утром поехала помыть машину. On Saturday I went to wash my car early in the morning. И перед этим, before that, я помыла голову. I washed my hair and it was a little bit still wet. I didn't dry it. Я нехорошо высушила волосы, и они немного были мокрые. And of course I got sick after that, потому что на улице было очень холодно, because it was very cold outside. And this is what it is. Да, что поделаешь. Хорошо. This is why I was absent yesterday and on Saturday, no, on Sunday and on Monday. Поэтому меня не было в воскресенье и в понедельник. Хорошо. The word of the day is мысль. Давайте напишем мысль. Что такое мысль? Мысль. Переведите на английский. Translate it to English. Мысль. Мысль. What is this? Мысль. Мысль. Привет. Всем привет. Мысль. Переведите на английский. What is мысль? Мысль is a thought. Мысль is thought. And today we're going to learn a very common Russian idiom, very common Russian, in Russian we say phraseologism. Привет, доброе утро, Пол. Растекаться мыслью по древу. Let's write it down first, then we are going to translate it. Растекаться. This is the idiom that we use a lot. Растекаться. 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 Растекаться мыслью. 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 Растекаться мыслью по древу. По древу. Древу. По древу. Растекаться мыслью по древу. Доброе утро из Англии. Ура! Спасибо, что смотрите. Растекаться мыслью по древу. Растекаться мыслью по древу. Here, древу, it is an old word for дерево, a tree. Дерево, a tree. Tree. So we have a tree here, something about a tree. Растекаться means to spread. To spread. Spread. Растекаться. And мысль is a thought. So to spread your thought on a tree. To spread your thought on a tree, literally. This is a literally. If we are going to translate it literally, this is what it means. To spread your thought on a tree, something like that. And it means многословие и излишние подробности в разговоре. A lot of words and a lot of not important details in when you talk to someone. This is what this idiom means. Растекаться мыслью по древу. Another definition. Переходить от одного к другому в мыслях, словах. So, to go from one thought and to another thought very quickly. Like you are talking about something and then you change the topic and you are starting to talk about something else. This is what this idiom means. Растекаться мыслью по древу. To spread your thought on a tree. You know, like the tree is very different and you go from one topic to another. I mean, I think you have this kind of friends, right? One friend, right? We all have. Говорит долго и нудно, перескакивая с темы на темы. На тему. Speaks very, very slow and very annoying, going from one topic to another. Вдаваться в ненужные подробности, описывать детали, которые не представляют важности для общего сюжета. It means when you go into details that are not important for this story that you are telling right now. In English, we say blah, blah, blah. And let's see some examples with this idiom. When do we use it in Russian? So, растекаться мыслью по древу. To change, спасибо, Freedom. To change the topic very quickly, to go from one topic to another, or to be very annoying, to talk very slowly, to go into too much details, to spread thought on a tree, to spread your thought on a tree. And let's see the first example. When do we use this idiom? На все мои вопросы он отвечал общими фразами. Весь вечер он растекался мыслью по древу. So, на все мои вопросы, to all my questions. На, write with me. It's very important to write down what I'm saying and what I'm writing. На все мои, to all my questions, на все мои вопросы, to all my questions, он отвечал общими фразами. Он отвечал общими фразами. На все мои вопросы, to all my questions, он, he answered, отвечал общими фразами. Общие фразы means like literally main phrases or general phrases. When you don't want to answer to a question, you just give this, I don't know, this nonsense phrase. Да? Он отвечал общими фразами. Yeah? When you don't want to answer to a question, you just use some general phrases, something like that. На все мои вопросы он отвечал общими фразами. Весь вечер, the whole night, the whole evening, весь вечер, the whole evening, весь вечер, он растекался мыслью по древу. Он растекался мыслью по древу. Древо is an old word for tree, for дерево. Today we call it дерево. Back in, I don't know, maybe 12th century, people used to say древо. Мыслью по древу. So, весь вечер, the whole evening, он растекался мыслью по древу. He was spreading his thoughts on a tree. He was very vague. And общие фразы, also we can translate it as some vague phrases that with no answer. Весь вечер он растекался мыслью по древу. Yeah? Хорошо, отлично. Here, in some Here we have мыслью with thought. Some people say that back in time it was мысью without le and issue without l and the soft sign мысью, which means it was the old word for a squirrel, for белка. And some people are saying that this phrase meant that the squirrel was spreading on a tree. He was running so fast that he was spreading she was spreading on a tree. But nowadays we transform this word in мыслью in thought. And today we say that the thought is spreading on a tree. Okay, so the example is: на все мои вопросы он отвечал общими фразами. To all my phrases, to all my questions, he answered with some vague phrases. Весь вечер он растекался мыслью по древу. The whole evening he was spreading his thoughts on a tree. He didn't give me an answer. Хорошо, дальше. Следующий пример, the next example is прости, I'm sorry. Давайте напишем, let's write it down. Прости, I'm sorry. Опять я растекаюсь мыслью по древу. I do it again. I spread my thoughts on a tree. Опять я растекаюсь мыслью по древу. I'm doing it again по древу. I go into too much details. Растекаюсь мыслью по древу. Опять means again. I do it again. I go into too much details or I change the topic too fast. Прости, I'm sorry. Опять я растекаюсь мыслью по древу. I do it again. I change the topic too fast or I go into too much details. I have this friend. When she tells a story, she have to tell the background of the story. Then she goes into too much details, and I'm just like, oh my god, when are you going to finish? Just tell me what happened. Yeah, I'm become impatient. Хорошо. And the last example и последний пример. I will erase this one. И последний пример, last example. Нет времени растекаться мыслью по древу. There is no time to do this. Нет времени. Нет времени. There is no time. Нет времени. Нет времени растекаться мыслью по древу. Нет времени растекаться мыслью по древу. Растекаться мыслью по древу. There is no time to go into too much details, to talk too much. There is no time for it. Нет времени растекаться мыслью по древу. Okay, so today you learned one more Russian idiom. This is a very common and very popular Russian idiom. Растекаться мыслью по древу. To spread your thoughts on a tree. To go into too much details, to talk slowly, to change one topic to another, and so on. Спасибо за внимание. Thank you for your attention. In 5 minutes, we will have another live. We will learn some kids' poems in Russian. I will translate some English poems to Russian. And вот и все. See you in 5 minutes. Увидимся через 5 минут. Спасибо. Thank you.